Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so exciting to see new faces here, or faces we haven't seen for a while. As I said last night, we've also got some people who have come back from long trips, so it's exciting to see you back, and I'm excited to hear where all you've been this summer. Even though summer's not quite over yet, it feels like it's kind of coming to an end. You may have built or bought your home with the efforts of your own two hands. You may have studied and worked for years to gain your wisdom and expertise. You raised a family, and now your children, maybe even your grandchildren, live all across the country, maybe even across the world. This week, through the words of Moshe, God wants us to remember you did not achieve any of this alone. As the people of Israel find themselves right at the edge of the promised land, in Parashat Eikev, Moshe lets them know not to think to themselves, it was my courage and the strength of my hands that built me this army, or that God has enabled us to possess this land because of our righteousness. Rather, God brings the people Israel into this land as a result of the merit of their ancestors and as a way for God to fulfill the covenant promised long ago. While righteousness, courage, and strength may certainly be helpful, the people of Israel must know that they have not gotten this far, this close to their land, all on their own. Although we may not be as stiff-necked or as stubborn as the biblical Israelites, the Torah reminds us that none of us can achieve our dreams or our successes alone. Whatever you have built or grown or won, your ancestors, your family, your neighbors, your teachers have been a huge part of that growth. Just as Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, and of course God deserve praise throughout our liturgy for establishing the foundation for our Torah and our Judaism, those who have been part of our journey deserve their own recognition too. Pirkei Avot gives us one practical way to openly recognize those who have influenced our lives. Kol ha'omer davar b'shem omro mevi geula le'olam. Everyone who says something in the name of the one who said it first, brings redemption to the world. Whenever we share wisdom that someone else has taught us, we're required to mention the name of our teacher. Such as my mother would always say, or I learned from my mentor, Rabbi Scott Meltzer. By attributing knowledge and ideas to the people we know and love, we allow others to discover those individuals' work and values. In a professional setting, including others' names and compensating them accordingly allows them new opportunities too. By naming our sources, we benefit by showing a clear basis to our thoughts. We show that we are not the only person who believes or knows this bit of wisdom. More importantly, attributing our ideas to someone else helps us to practice gratitude and shows our care for them. When we quote or attribute someone who is no longer living, we embrace the mitzvah of keeping them bound up in the bond of life, Torah b'Torah chayim. Even if we worked hard to get to this point, there were others who worked at least as hard just to get us to our starting line. Our Shabbat service in itself is an act of such gratitude. Throughout our liturgy, we thank God for getting us out of Egypt, for bringing us the Torah, for promoting peace in our world. We strive to create nothing new in the world over Shabbat, acknowledging that our actions, while important, do not single-handedly make or break the world that we live in. Because of the work of our God and of our surrounding community, our world will keep on turning, even if we refrain from using our phones, spending money, or checking email for 25 hours. In our morning service over Shabbat, we distribute honors to people individually by name, thanking them for making a minyan for our Torah service. On Shabbat, we use prayer and mindful refraining from creation as practices to integrate more attribution, more gratitude, more realization of our being as part of a whole into our stories, our advice, and our ideas throughout the rest of the week. As taught by the rabbis of Pirkei Avot and by our Torah, we bring redemption to the world by gracing others with the knowledge of those who brought us to where we are now. Shabbat Shalom.